All right, we are doing some homework problems here from chapter 5.3, so I'm going to go ahead and just do mostly synthetic and long division. So that starts with problem number 21. We've got x squared minus 12x minus 45, and that's all going to be divided by x plus 3. Okay, remember one of the first key rules of synthetic division or long division is that all the exponents have to decrease gradually. So we've got a 2, a 1, and a 0, so we're good. I'm going to use long division on this one just because I want to. I'm going to go x plus 3, and then my division sign, I'm going to say x squared minus 12x minus 45. Remember, this term right here is the only thing that gets controlled by division. So I've got x going into x squared x amount of times, and actually before I do that, I'm going to do my little chart here. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So I divided, check. I'm going to multiply by the whole thing now, so I get x squared plus 3x. I multiplied, now I'm going to subtract. Now remember, when I subtract, I am subtracting the whole thing. So x squared was positive, it's now negative. 3x was positive, it's now negative. The x squared is going to cancel each other out because the first term will always cancel itself out. Negative 12x minus 3x is negative 15x. I'm going to bring down negative 45. And now I start the whole process again. X goes into negative 15x negative 15 times. I divided, I'm going to multiply, and I get negative 15x minus 45. Remember, I'm going to subtract the whole thing. So that becomes positive, that becomes positive. Remember, instead of thinking of it straight as subtraction, just think you have to flip all the signs and then combine like terms. So boom, boom, those go away. I have no remainder, which means that my final answer is x minus 15. Okay, that's 21. 23. In your book, you're going to see it as g plus 3 to the negative 1. I'm going to go ahead and just cut right through that and say g plus 3 divided by g squared plus 8g plus 15. Just cut right through all that red tape right there. Okay, again, g goes into g squared, g times, I divided, I multiply into g squared plus 3g. I'm going to subtract or switch the signs. That becomes 0. 8g minus 3g is 5g. Bring down the 15. G into 5g is positive 5, and then I'm going to multiply in. I get 5g plus 15. Again, subtract by switching all of the signs. Those go away, those go away. G plus 5 is my answer. All right, let's do another one. 25. I'm going to do long division with this one. Let's see, I've got 6t. I'm going to actually write the problem out. 6t plus 5t squared plus 9 divided by 2t plus 3. Okay, a couple things about this problem. One, it's going to be 2t plus 3 divided by the whole thing. So I'm going to have a 2 hanging out of here, which isn't a bad thing. 6t to the third plus 5t squared. Now remember what I said before, exponents have to decrease gradually. I don't have a t to the first term, so I need to put a t to the first term in by making it 0t and then plus 9. So I have third power, second power, first power, 0 power. Alright, so here I go, and I have a funny feeling I'm going to run out of space, but that's okay. 2t goes into 6t to the third. It goes in 3t squared times. I'm going to multiply in. I get 6t to the third plus 9t squared. I'm going to change colors. I'm going to subtract. Those go away. I get negative 4. Oops. Sorry. Change back to yellow. I get negative 4t. Squared. I'm going to bring down 0t. And now the 2t divides into the negative 4t. I get negative 2t. And now I'm going to multiply, so I get 4t squared, that should be negative, minus 6t. I'm going to subtract, and when I subtract, all of my symbols change. So what I get, I'm going to move this thing over here. I get those to go away, and I get 6t. I'm going to bring down the 9. 2t goes into 6t, positive 3 times. I multiply. Sorry, this is getting kind of nasty. 6t plus 9. When I multiply 3 into 2, I get 6t plus 9. When I subtract, those symbols are going to go away. I have no remainder, so my final answer is 3t squared minus 2t plus 3. So there go the first 3 problems. Let's go ahead and take care of the next 3. I'm going to use synthetic division for the next 3, just to show you that that option exists. 27 is 5y to the third plus y squared minus 7 divided by y plus 1. Okay, so synthetic division, I'm going to go ahead and draw the box, put my negative 1 in there, right, because it's always opposite of this, opposite. And then I draw my line. Remember, exponents still have to decrease gradually, so I have a third degree term, which is 5, a second degree term, which is 1, a first degree term, which is actually 0, and then negative 7. Okay, with synthetic division, it's just a process. So you just bring down the 5, multiply to get this number in here. So negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Add downward, that's negative 4. Multiply negative 1 times negative 4 to get positive 4. Add downward to get positive 4. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Negative 7 minus 4 is negative 11. Remember, everything gets downgraded in exponent here, so I'm going to go ahead and change colors here to blue. This term here used to be y to the third, it is now y squared. This used to be y squared, it is now y. This used to be y to the first, and now it is nothing. This negative 11 is your remainder, so your final answer is going to be 5y squared minus 4y plus 4 minus 11 over your original divisor, which is y plus 1. Okay, and that is your answer for number 27. Okay, 29. I'm going to use synthetic division again. 2y squared plus y minus 16. 2y squared plus y minus 16 divided by y minus 3. Okay, the box. Inside the box goes the 3, right? Opposite here. Do my exponents decrease gradually? 2, 1, 0. Yes, they do. So my coefficients are going to be 2, 1, negative 16. And here I go. Bring down the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, 7, 21. Hopefully this is becoming kind of automatic for you guys. I get a 5 here. I am now done. This term used to be y squared, it is now y. This used to be y, and now it is nothing. So your final answer is 2y plus 7 plus 5 over, that's a sloppy 5, over the original divisor, which is y minus 3. Okay? Synthetic division does have its advantages. I believe it's faster most of the time. 31, x to the third minus 27 divided by x minus 3. Okay, here we go. Inside the box goes a 3. Remember, opposite. So we have an x to the third term, which is 1. I have no x squared term, so that's 0. I have no x to the first term, which is 0. And then I have negative 27. So let me just recount, make sure. X to the third, x squared, x to the nothing. I'm sorry. X to the third, x squared, x to the first, x to the nothing. Okay, I have all my terms correct. Bring down the 1 times 3. 3, 0 plus 3. 3 times 3, 9, 0 plus 9, 9 times 3, 27. 0. My remainder is nothing. Remember, this used to be, this used to be x to the third, it is now x squared. This used to be x squared, it is now x positive. It is now x. This used to be x to the first, and now it is nothing. So all of these coefficients get pulled down, and that is your answer. All right? Let's keep going. Synthetic division is actually kind of neat. After a while, it becomes kind of a routine. It's just like putting on a pair of pants. One leg in, the other leg goes in. You button up with the zipper and blah, blah, blah. Okay, 33, we are required to use synthetic division. They want us to use synthetic division here. It's 9d to the third plus 5d minus 8 over 3d minus 2. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everything by 3 because I need to make sure that my leading coefficient in my divisor is 1. So what I get is I get 3d to the third plus 5 thirds d minus 8 over 3. All of that over d minus 2 thirds. So my new inside box is going to be positive 2 thirds. My coefficients are going to be 3. Now, careful, another thing about this problem is that I don't have any squared terms, so that's going to be 0. I have a linear term, which is 5 thirds, and then I have a constant term, which is negative 8 thirds. So let me just 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. Okay, this one's going to get a little hairy because we've got some fractions going on here. That's there. 2 thirds, oops, that's not 0. That's 3. 2 thirds times 3 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. Multiply this in, I get 4 thirds here. 4 thirds plus 5 thirds is 9 thirds. 9 over 3 is 3. I get a 2 here. Now, you know what? I'm actually going to leave this in terms of a fraction. 3 times this thing is 6 over 3. So what I get is negative 8 thirds plus 6 thirds is negative 2 thirds. That's kind of a hairy kind of problem. Okay. Remember, this used to be d to the third. It is now, darn. It is now d squared, 3d squared. This used to be d squared. It is now d, so plus 2d. This used to be d to the first. It is now nothing, plus 3. Now I'm going to subtract 2 thirds, and that is over d minus 2 thirds. And that is as far as I will ask you to go with this problem here. Okay. Let me see here. We're on 35? 35. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just set this one up. You guys can look in your book. The inside number is 2. My coefficients are going to be 2, negative 3, 3, and negative 4. 2, negative 3, 3, and negative 4. All my exponents decrease gradually, so I'm going to bring this down. 2, 4, 2, 5, 10, 6. Again, this used to be c to the third. It is now c squared. This used to be c squared. It's now c. This used to be c to the first. It is now nothing. So bring down your coefficients. 2 plus 1 plus 5. And then plus 6 over the original divisor was c minus 2. All right. 39. Actually, you know what? I think 39 and 41, I'm going to let you guys struggle that one out. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time to review before the quiz tomorrow. If you need help with the mother problems, the 3x3s, there's a video already uploaded on that. Check it out on Learning Point. See ya.